Up? It's Addy here, and I'm gonna be playing NBA 2K16 Blacktop while I talk about some NBA rumors. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm just playing 3v3 against the people I'm going to be talking about. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Chris Bosh, and now with Miami, rebuilding and Miami trying to go a different way now that they've lost Dwayne Wade and, they want to start rebuilding. They want to go young. They're looking to get rid of Chris Bosh. And the New York Knicks, they want Bosh and they want him bad. The Knicks have made a lot of upgrades this year, and it's pretty surprising how well they were able to pick themselves up and go from such a crappy team to such a great team. And that's thanks to, Phil Jackson, and that's thanks to the organization being ready to make those changes this offseason. So I think for an addition of Chris Bosh, that would be amazing. Although, I think that with the fact that they have a Kristaps Porzingis, I don't see that trade. I don't see why they'd want that trade. First of all, if they are looking to trade Kristaps Porzingis, they are crazy. And because Kristaps is a young guy, he's a guy who has proven that he can be a great in this league if you give him time. And unless they want to win a championship right now, Chris Bosh, he is in his 30s. He is an old guy. He is not in his prime anymore. And Porzingis has a lot of potential, but maybe they're not trying to risk it. I'm not really sure what's in their head right now, but they're probably not even going to trade Kristaps Porzingis. They're just looking to get another great player while he becomes a good player himself. So, I could see many trades happening for that, but maybe like a Brandon Jennings. I'm not really sure what they're thinking right now. They just want another presence. Bosh off the bench would not be a good idea for them, because Bosh is a guy who he likes to get the minutes that he wants. And, with the Knicks, maybe they have Porzingis off the bench. I don't know what is up right now, but it's a pretty big rumor here, because this could change things a lot, because Chris Bosh is an all-star player. He's a good player. He's been injured lately, but he is a great player. And if they do acquire Chris Bosh, it just stacks their team up. Derrick Rose, Courtney Lee, Carmelo Anthony. This is a super team then, with Chris Bosh there. But they'll have to give something good to Miami, because he's not coming for free to them. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens there. But moving on, Nerlens Noel. Now this guy has been in the rumors for months now, and it's probably because the Sixers have so many good bigs and not enough point guards, not enough guard depth, and you rarely see that happen. But they've had great picks in the last few years. Like top three pretty much every single time. They just haven't been able to get any good guards. And this year they picked up Ben Simmons. He's a power forward. They already have Jahlil Okafor, Nerlens Noel, Joel Embiid is coming back. That's four big guys who, you don't need four big men. And they're looking to get something good out of it. But, same with Jahlil. He's been up there. They were trying to get rid of Jahlil more than Nerlens Noel, but seems like teams really want Nerlens Noel now. The Celtics in the rumors. Celtics maybe like an Avery Bradley trade, maybe a Jaylen Brown trade. They're trying to get like a guard, a forward. Nothing like a center, because they have too many of them. They're getting Dario Saric back. That's four big men. It's five big men, sorry. It's five big men and four centers that they have. You do not need four centers on your lineup. So they want to get a guy like maybe Jaylen Brown, maybe Avery Bradley. They're talking to the Cleveland Cavaliers on getting another big man in Kevin Love. But, I don't see a Kevin Love for Nerlens Noel trade really something that the Cavs should want to do, with like the Warriors getting an upgrade. Should you risk it and go young? I know Kevin Love has not been playing good, and the haters are gonna say what they say, but I'm just a huge fan of what Kevin Love has done in the past, and you don't have to make any rash decisions. I say give him some time. He is gelled well, and with Kyrie and LeBron, now he knows their play style, and now he can like help affect that better. Unless they can pull a better trade for Nerlens Noel, get him at the center, because they don't have a great center right now. They do have Tristan Thompson, but if they're looking to upgrade that even more, Tristan Thompson is a great center in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see a Kevin Love, and the rumor was just Kevin Love for Nerlens Noel, so I don't know why you would want to do that in my opinion. Kevin Love is a great player. He's been an all-star, and honestly, I don't see that potential in Noel. I see that he's going to be a great role player. I see that he's going to be a great center. He's a great defensive player. Could be one of the best defensive centers, in a few years. But, honestly, I don't see that. You want to keep your best players and the big three, and I don't think Noel is that big three kind of player. He's a great asset to have. He is an amazing asset to have, but, I don't know why you'd want to give Noel up. And moving on to Okafor, another center from the Sixers. He can play the four, and he is a great offensive player. He's pretty much the opposite of Nerlens Noel. Noel is he's pretty good at offense, and Okafor is okay at defense, but they're both better at their opposite position, which is Okafor at the center. No, Okafor playing offense and Noel playing defense. And Okafor is a great scorer, a great young guy. He has a lot of potential to show. Offensively, and the Bulls trying to get in on there and get Okafor. That would be a great ad for them, because they lost Joakim Noah. They don't have a great center right now. They have Robin. They have Robin Lopez, but they can upgrade that, and the four, even their four isn't that amazing. So if they, Nikola Mirotic or Taj Gibson, I'm not sure which one they're gonna pick on that, but Taj is he's a good off the bench power forward, but I don't see him being a starter power forward. And if you want to be in the playoffs and you want to make a deep run, I don't think you want to keep Taj Gibson as your starting power forward. He's a great role player. I see these guys as great role players, but I don't see them as great starters. And I could see that Okafor, he shows good potential, and he shows that he could do something big later on. He's a great scorer. Could be one of the best scoring centers of his time. So or power forward, depending on what he wants to play. I think he's better at the power forward position, just solely on his height and solely his play and his style. He can't shoot very well, but he can't shoot from the mid-range is all right, but his three is nothing. So if he adds that, he could be a deadly center. So you can better watch out for that. Moving on, Ricky Rubio. Now this guy, he's been with the Timberwolves for as long as I can remember, and he's a great, again, a great role player, a great player to have on your team if you don't have a great point guard, or you want to upgrade on your point guard. He's a great passer, amazing passer, and even, but nobody's no. He's not a starter. He's not he's a starter, but he's a second option in my opinion. And the Kings are looking at him. They lost Rondo. They have Darren Collison, but I think he would probably be a better. Him and Collison are pretty much the same range in my opinion. So I think that would be pretty good if they got Ricky Rubio as well. And the Kings trying to go young. Rubio's kind of lost his touch there anyway, because it's they're going very young. They're going with some great picks. They got Chris Dunn, and I don't know why you would start Rubio over Dunn. So Dunn is going to be the main guy. Rubio off the bench. They might want to just upgrade, maybe get some more picks, maybe try to get, because the Kings won't be an amazing team next year. They did get guys like Aaron Aflalo and stuff, but, and they have DeMarcus Cousins, so they'll be all right. But they might even lose DeMarcus Cousins, and I'll get to that in a second. But, they're not going to be an amazing team, so getting a pick might be better than, just keeping Rubio, because they do have, they have Zach LaVine, they have some good guard depth, and Andrew Wiggins is going to have to pick up the the small forward position. So, honestly, I don't know why, Rubio's lost his game in Minnesota, and back when him and Love used to be that duo in Minnesota, he was good. He was really good, and he's a great passer, don't get me wrong, but I think his time has come up in the Timberwolves, and, now he might just be an asset to add on a trade, or to get a big player, or it's just over for him, and he can go play for the Kings, or like, they could just trade him somewhere, get some picks. They're trying to go young, and it's better to just go young and go all the way through than, keep some of your older guys and like KG and stuff. I got a lot of respect for KG. It's just, yeah, he's just playing. He's on the team because he did a lot for them, kind of a Kobe Bryant year, and just because, he's great at like teaching them, and making them better. So that's it's good for the Timberwolves. But Ricky Rubio, they could get something decent out of him. Maybe add in another player like a Zach LaVine or something, and get something even better. Because Zach has a lot of potential as well, and that team is gonna go places in like 5 years or so. So I'd give him some time, but I could see Rubio really getting traded, or just even maybe released. I don't know. He's not that bad a player, but probably getting traded to somewhere like the Kings, or somebody who really wants a point guard right now. So yeah. So moving on to Rudy Gay. Now Rudy Gay is also on the Kings with DeMarcus Cousins. They had a pretty good year last year, maybe one of their best in a few years. But Rudy's been around a lot. I know Atlanta's been looking at him. Yeah, and the Cavs were looking at him a little bit. And he's a good small forward. You could play him at the shooting guard, I guess. He was a great player in Memphis. But Rudy's done well for in his career. So maybe they want to get rid of him now. And I mean, again, they're trying to go young. Everybody trying to take the Minnesota way. And because the Minnesota Timberwolves have done amazing with what they've done, and Rudy might get traded to the Houston Rockets even for KJ Daniels and McDaniels, sorry. And he's decent, he's young, a good player, I guess. He's not as good as Rudy Gay, but I could see that happening, I guess. And at this point the teams are just trying to get younger, get better, and just move on. So yeah. And lastly, I want to finish up with DeMarcus Cousins. And DeMarcus Cousins is the biggest guy out here. He is like 29 or so. He's a great player, all-star, amazing guy. And he has said that he wants to play in Chicago, even with Rondo, Wade, and Butler, and that would be a team that has a lot of potential if they get a DeMarcus Cousins, something like a Tony Snell, Doug McDermott, maybe Nikola Mirotic, add Taj Gibson. I don't know, but like a big blockbuster trade there, because he's a great player, and the Kings, they're not gonna go anywhere just with him. So honestly, they're trying to get better. The Bulls want to get better. He might go to the Celtics. Celtics have great young assets. That Nets pick, Avery Bradley, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Kelly Olynyk, you name it. They got a lot of assets here, and a lot of chance to get DeMarcus Cousins as well. And so the Lakers, even like the Lakers with Julius Randle, and Jordan Clarkson, D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram. I mean, they have a lot of potential there as well. So, the trades are going to keep coming here for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's just that the Kings, if they want to let him go, because, I mean, maybe his time is up right now, because he could help another team a lot, and they could get a lot out of him right now before they lose him in free agency. So, they need to think about that a lot. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, guys, peace out.